as sites along the St. Lawrence River may look like this, and the North Country is experiencing summer-like temperatures this week, many are eager to get out on the water. However, officials are reminding local boaters that conditions on the St. Lawrence River and Lake Ontario are still considered dangerous this time of year. Discussing what the U.S. Coast Guard calls a shoulder season, Senior Chief of the Alexandria Bay Coast Guard Station addressed the most dangerous factor of being out on the water in the early spring months.
It looks nice out there. The air temp is nice and warm, but the water is still, as of this morning when I checked, was 39 degrees in the river. So it is still extremely cold and extremely dangerous. Accidental immersion into the cold water typically is anything below 60 degrees can cause a person to unintentionally gasp for air, hyperventilate, and if your head's underwater when that happens, you can drown rather quickly.
Nelson urged boaters to continue to follow normal boater safety guidelines, such as storing the proper and required equipment on board, wearing weather-appropriate clothing, and alertly watching weather conditions. He also addressed how boaters should prepare for the early spring season following winter.
Here in the North Country, most boats have been sitting in storage for upwards of 6 months. So it's important to make sure that everything is working prior to getting underway for the first time this season.
Other potentially life-threatening hazards include things that may be hidden under the water.
Thankfully, most of the ice is melted, so you don't have to typically look out right now for any floating ice. But there's a lot of branches and a lot of logs floating in the water right now that can easily damage your boat. And render you disabled.
To conclude, Nelson emphasized one of the Coast Guard's most prioritized safety rule, wearing a life jacket.
Regardless of the season, we always recommend wearing a life jacket at all times. Nearly 85% of all drowning victims we're not wearing a life jacket. So if you fall in the water when it's as cold as it is, it's going to have a significant impact on your ability to stay afloat. So make sure you don't just have your life jacket in your boat, but you are wearing it this time of year.
Boaters are also asked to follow a float plan, informing friends or family of their designated travel time, where they plan to end up, how long they plan to be on the water, and when they are expected to arrive. If out on the water, remember safety. For ABC 50 Now in Watertown, I'm Isabella Colello.